Hi, my name is Lizzie and I'm at Media Polish Pottery today. We are going to be showing you some bowls. So let's just get started. Number one here, we have this Ramekin. It is in the pattern Colorful Star Show. And it is a beautiful dark blue with rainbow stars all over it. These ramekins hold about 6 ounces and they're 2 inches tall and about 4 inches wide. Perfect for charcuterie boards, dips, you can put olives in here, really any small little snack. It is $20 today. Super cute. Love it. All right. Number two is another Ramekin. This one is for all of the Texans out there or Texas fans. It has the Texas flag on it. We do have a few different Texas patterns. This is just one of my favorites. I love the flag. Ooh, there we go. Has yellow stars and flowers along the outside as well. Again, ramekins, perfect for little snacks. Also ice cream, if you didn't want too much ice cream, it's a perfect little size. This is called Texas flag. And our last little ramekin here is in the Wading Birds pattern. Look at how beautiful. It's always been one of our favorites and definitely a fan favorite as well. Let's see. It has light dusty blues and it's this cobalt with white birds sitting on dusty blue branches. A very beautiful winter scene going on, and on the outside it has the vines with leaves on there. All right, let me scoot these over. Next up, we have smaller little scalloped bowls. And let's see here. This one is in the pattern Blue Tulip Peacock. It looks like, oops, sorry. It looks like one of our more traditional patterns. It just has these beautiful tulips on there with the dark green leaves and on the side as well. These hold 8 ounces. They're about 4 3/4 inches wide and 1.5 inches tall. Super cute. I've heard people eat ice cream out of these. You could also use these for dips. Every bowl is a good dip bowl, I say. But I love the scallop detail. Super pretty and delicate. Adds a good little touch. Our next little scalloped bowl is this one in the Polish wildflowers pattern. And it has a bright red. I love Ceramica's red color because it's really punchy and pigmented for sure. And then we have this blue flower and a white one over there. This one actually has some black in it in the little swirls right there with dark green flowers and then blue rose type pattern on the rim. And on the sides you have little buds of the red and the white. Again, they are about almost 5 inches wide. Perfect for ice cream, dips. This one is in the pattern Blue Rose, and it is more simple with a lot of white space on there, the color of the clay. 2 different types of green. You have a lighter green and a deep forest green, and the outside just has the leaves on there, little dots. And those are the scalloped bowls for you. Up next, we have this beautiful bowl. This one's more for soup or cereal because it is a 6.5-inch bowl, and it is from Zuccotti in the pattern Fiesta Flowers. I love this because it does look like the cutouts of like some little colorful flags you would see, and super pretty. Very vibrant colors in this. That orange is way brighter in person than it even looks on the camera. And they're all along the outside as well. These hold 25 ounces, 6.5 inches wide, 2.5 inches tall. Love that. All right. Next, we have this bowl, pattern Together Forever. I love that. These roses, give them to your loved ones. So these roses have little black leaves on the inside, and a really cool accent on the side of this bowl. It's only on one side, but with the black roses, and then it has the red all the way around it as well. I think that's very cool. A little artsy. Alrighty. And last but not least in this little set is our classic Peacock Leaves pattern. And it has the dots on the inside and the beautiful leaves on the outside along with the peacock dots. Very traditional, very beautiful. We'll go with anything you have. Wonderful. All right, that concludes those three. And I'll just start a new set right here. So next up, I'm going to show you a series of nesting bowls. So these will all fit together very nicely. So for everyone who has looked for bowls that will nest together, this one's for you. All right, first up, we have the Rooster Parade, one of my favorite rooster patterns. We actually were talking about this the other day. There are a lot more rooster patterns that we have than I realized. And this one I love because it's just very colorful. I love the green and the yellow with the bright red accent. And it has the green grass growing all around the edge. These ones hold 13 ounces, about 5.5 inches wide and 2 inches tall. So these are more like ice cream bowls, I think, the little smaller ones. And we'll get to the bigger ones in just a moment. Next up, we have this princess pattern. It's the little blonde princess with the flower dress. I love how they did the flower dresses on these. It's very different. It has that bright red that Ceramica has. Beautiful green vines. Also a little black in there as well. It's a nice touch with the little swirls. And that along the outside as well. One last look at the little princess. Yes. Okay, next up, we have the classic cereal bowl size. This one is in the pattern Blue Dogwood, one of my personal favorites. It is a 6.5 inch bowl, and it has dark green pretty much almost completely except for the blue flowers right here, and then there is also black trimmed along here as well. It looks kind of like a fence to a garden that is being overrun by beautiful vines, and it carries along the outside as well. This one holds 24 ounces, Again, 6.5 inches wide and almost 3 inches tall. Classic cereal bowl size, cereal, soup, pasta, if you would like, anything of that sort. Next up, it's a pretty classic pattern. It is the blue poppies pattern. It also has little vines coming out of there as well. And I love how there's green dots peeking through the dark blue right there. And it carries along the outside as well. So I will keep 2 of these, so I'll show you how they nest all together at the very end. So up next, a little bit bigger. Now we have this amazing pattern. It just reminds me of summer. When I saw it to pick today, it was just like, bam. Lots of colors, beautiful flowers. This is in the pattern Enchanted Spring. This one holds 34 ounces. It's 7 3/4, almost 8 inches wide, 3.5 inches tall, and the pattern carries all along that. This would be good for a small serving of salad or crackers at any sort of family event. My mom would definitely fill this with crackers, and then we would have a smaller bowl for like dips and things like that. Very useful for that. Up next, another traditional pattern. Of course, the Peacock Leaves again. Ceramica just has a really deep blue that I love, and the brush strokes for the little leaves, just beautiful. There's a close-up of that. And it carries along over here. Alright. And I'll keep this one to show you guys in a bit. They just keep getting bigger. Up next, an even bigger bowl. This is in the pattern Limeberry, and it has beautiful vines of blueberries or huckleberries. It could be either one. I'm sure there's many berries that look like this as well, but this bowl is almost 11 inches wide and 4 inches tall, and that pattern carries around there as well. Now this could be used for a nice big salad or a big serving of pasta. Really anything that you can think of to serve in this bowl definitely can be done. It'll hold about 112 ounces as well. Alright. The next big bowl is in this happy pattern called Black-Eyed Susan. It's also very bright and happy for summer. It has a light blue background that's kind of speckled, and then it has the bright yellow Black-Eyed Susan flowers. And around the rim is a dark green, and then it does have the blue rim. But there's the pattern carrying along the bottom of the bowl. And this bowl is the same as the last one. Would be great for big servings of anything. But this is not the biggest bowl that we have. Up next is an even bigger bowl. I'll keep this one out here. Okay, so this bowl is 13 inches wide and almost 5 inches tall. Number 17, it is in the pattern Splendid Meadow. I love this with the yellow background. It makes it look like the sun is coming up or going down. Golden hour, beautiful. Two-toned blue flowers in there, along with some red and a little bit of purple peeking through. And then the beautiful wreath around. It's hard to tell, but the detailed brush strokes are really pretty on this one. And then it does carry around to a pretty garden in the back. A wonderful thing about these bowls, especially when it has circular patterns like this, it really draws the eye into the bottom. So when you finish it, you have a nice, beautiful surprise at the bottom. I love that. So you'll see this one is even bigger than that one. We have one more of these. And this is the last of the nesting bowls. So this pattern is the Blueberry Fields Forever. It has deep blue flowers. They're kind of abstract. They look a little more like, I don't know where I was going with that, but yes, dark blue little clumps of flowers, and then around the edges where more berries. So this is very similar to the other blueberry-ish pattern that we have, but they are slightly different. And it has these green little accent buds. They look kind of like succulents to me. So I think they would be little succulents going around. And these hold 169 ounces. So now that we're done with the nesting bowls, I will show you how they fit all together. So this is number, did I mess it up? No, 19, yes, okay. That was number 18, 19. It's number 19, and then we have this bowl, and the other one. We have the cereal bowl, and the little 5-inch bowl. And there they are, all nested together, nice and flat. Perfect for storage in a cabinet, and you have 5 bowls right there. All different sizes. Okay. So the next few, we're getting a little more funky. We've got some scalloped bowls. This one is one of my new favorite patterns. I bought a little loaf pan in it. It is called Choppy Waters, and it is just blue flowers and leaves posted everywhere. I love how busy it is. I love busy patterns, and the deep blue is just beautiful. I love it. It takes over the entire thing. Now these bowls hold 84 ounces, about 10 inches across, and 4.5 inches tall. And it does go in slightly in that way. And it does have little ridges along the edge here too. And that is that one. Next up, same shape. This bowl. It is in the pattern Temptation. And on the camera it looks more dark pink, but it is a peachy color. And it has really dark green in there with also black around the rim. And that does carry on the other side as well. I love the soft scallops. They're like waves. Perfect for salad, serving anything you would like. And one last pattern in that shape for you. One of our newest ones, which I really love. Well, not new pattern, but we've gotten this shape in this pattern. You find the cereal, there it is. All right. I love this. It's very fall, but it could also be used in really any season because of the flowers, but it is in the pattern Marigold Dreams. I love how it's like a rust orangey color, but it's pretty light with blue flowers along the rim. We have a lot of different variations of this pattern. We have a green one, a blue one, and this beautiful fall one. And the inside of this carries around the outside of here. Very pretty. I love this. All right. So now I'll bring you a bigger version of this bowl. Two of those. Alright, this one is in the pattern Ladybug Tulips. And this one is 12 inches wide, 5.5 inches tall. It has really beautiful flowers with little ladybugs sprouted in there. Very beautiful for spring and summer, but really if something makes you happy, you can use it all year round. The deep blue inside. I love the green flowers along the rim here, I just noticed that. Ah, and it's budding little yellow and blue flowers. Very pretty. And there it is, carrying along the outside as well. Same thing, it has the ridges and it goes in slightly here with the soft wave scallops. Holds about 128 ounces. See, slightly bigger. These will also nest pretty well together. All right. And next up, this beauty. I love patterns like this because they have a different feature. It's not blue around the edges, it's that green that carries through the entire piece. This is in the pattern Red Garden because it does have some red color flowers in there along with some peachy orange ones. And it is just green carried through the inside and all along the rim. I love that. Green has become one of my new favorite colors. So it's no surprise that I'm very drawn to this pattern. And I just love the sprouts of flowers. And there's what the outside looks like. Grass growing here. Super beautiful. Okay. Let me show you how these would stack together. So here's the bigger one, and here's the little one. Fits perfectly right there. Oops, sorry for the loud noise. Alright, I'll keep this one out here. Now to get some fun shapes going. Have this flower shape. It is also in that pattern that we showed earlier called Choppy Waters. And I just love the little flower shape, very different. It'd be really cute for summer parties. The 4th of July is coming up. Anything red, white, and blue will work. This is very blue, would look very good. Yes. And that's what it looks like. This one holds 53 ounces. It's about 9.5 inches from point to point and almost 3 inches tall. nice little deep flower bowl. Up next is a pattern that we've seen you guys liking lately. So this is the pattern Orange Peonies, and it has the bright yellow background with the different shades of green in the leaves and the peachy flowers. This one is about 10 inches wide, almost 3 inches tall. And I love how it's pointed, not really the soft wave like we've seen earlier. It's a more pointy scalloped bowl. And this one's a little more shallow than the other ones. Nice for mashed potatoes, or you can make a quiche or a really funky pie in this as well. Really do whatever you would like. All right. Up next, we have a long, shallow bowl. It's not long, it's large. That's what I meant. It's large, but it doesn't go up very high. So it is about 2.5 inches tall, kind of like the last one, but it's very wide. It is 12, almost 13 inches. And this one is our another rooster pattern called Rooster Row. And there they are. It's a little more down tone, not a bright red rooster in there. So if you want a more neutral one, this is definitely the one you should go with. And it's just beautiful all the way around. And then it carries the green, brown, and blue along the other side. There you go. Next, we have this bowl. This one is a different shape. It's in the Forget-Me-Not pattern. And this bowl is 14 inches long, 2 inches tall. And you see it does go in pretty drastically. So the inside, let me measure that for you. The surface of the bottom is really a little under 8 inches, almost like 7.5 inches. I think this would be a wonderful fruit bowl. I could see bananas, apples, limes, even onions if you'd like, or garlic, just laid in there. It'd be perfect on your kitchen counter. So pretty. Or you can serve anything. Anything. And last but not least, I saved the biggest bowl for last. We do have this guy. And it is in the pattern Garden Delight. Holds 220 ounces. It is 14 inches wide, 5.5 inches tall. So you can serve big portions in this bowl. If you're feeding a large group, this would be great for you. And then you have the beautiful portrait on the bottom. 2 different shades of yellow, like orangey in there, reds, and the cute little dragonfly that has flowers on its wings. So beautiful. And then that green carries along the sides as well. All right. So those were the bowls. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you soon. Bye!